What's up, everybody? I have COVID again. I'm feeling fantastic. I realize I'm gonna be very bored for the next 10 days. Or, well, it's probably more like 6 or 7 days because I've been ill for ages and I just finally decided to take a COVID test because I had a bad headache, which is quite literally the exact same thing that happened when I first had COVID. I don't know why I didn't connect the dots. Hello and welcome to the COVID diaries. That makes it sound a lot more romantic than it is. I'm ill. Okay. However, because I am going to be isolating in my house for the next 10 days, that means I've got a lot more time on my hands than I would normally. So I'm going to declutter my life. Welcome to my COVID decluttering diary, we can call it as well. In so many words, I'm a hoarder. No disrespect to actual hoarders. I'm not good at getting rid of stuff. So I'm definitely a sentimental person. I'm the type that I will see an item in my house and I'll be like, yes, I need that. And I will genuinely convince myself that I can't get rid of it. I've just watched quite a few organizational YouTubes, decluttering YouTubes. It's mid-December. I figure like it's the right time to get my life in order for January, you know, feel classic. So in order to keep myself accountable, I'm taking you guys with me. There's a lot of places in my room and in my house that I want to kind of declutter. I've had enough. I'm going to do that this week. That's my promise to myself. There we go. Pinky promised. I've got my trash bags ready. I'll be donating everything. I still have yet to try and figure out how I'm going to donate this. I'm hoping I can kind of book a collection agency to come and collect this stuff because I don't want to throw it out. That's so wasteful. Let's get decluttering, shall we? Okay, so I've just finished sorting through all the stuff that was on top of my closet, and it honestly took me like 5 minutes, but I'm very out of breath. Thank you, COVID. I've got the stuff I want to throw out and donate, and then I've got the stuff that I want to keep. I'm not sure how I'm going to organize it all yet, so I've kind of put it to the side, and I will deal with that when I'm kind of finished with the next few sections. So next I'm going to go through underneath my desk, which has like a bin full of, I think like it's all like bags and things like that, and then the other bin is like all cleaning supplies. Who's excited? It's day 2. Day 2 of the COVID diaries. It's about 8 o'clock. I've been up since like 7, despite all my efforts to sleep in. My 4 a.m. lifestyle during the week really doesn't warrant much of a sleep in on a Saturday or Sunday, but I'm gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna take a really nice shower, which I'm quite excited about. I'm still deciding whether I want to shower before or after I have my coffee and green juice. I don't know, life is crazy, do you know what I mean? So many options. And then I'm gonna spend I need to edit a video actually that needs to go out tomorrow, which I haven't edited yet. Thankfully, I managed to film it before I got ill. Yeah, I need to do that. I need to finish organizing my room because I started that yesterday. I actually did a decent amount considering how ill I felt, but yeah, I don't know what else I'm gonna do really. That's kind of it. I need to do like the rest of my morning routine. That's kind of standard. So just like reading, journaling, affirmations, maybe a little bit of meditation, you know. You know the deal. If I'm being completely honest, I have not showered yet. Mainly because I'm so comfortable in bed right now, and like the idea of just having wet hair is just not the vibe, and I keep going through, this is probably TMI.
This is way too much information.
Days of just being like really, really warm. So I have my window open right now to kind of like let the room air out, and I feel like having wet hair with the window open is just a recipe for disaster. However, I have my green like juice. I'm gonna just like sit down, have a little chit chat, you know, have a little chit chat. A little while ago I asked on Instagram if anybody had any questions or anything they wanted to know about me, so I figured I would take this time to answer them because I never actually ended up answering them. Okay, so the first question is, what are my fitness goals? So I'd say my fitness goals are just like overall health, and like I do want to gain muscle, don't get me wrong. I am kind of like, I want to be able to do a pull-up. If you know me, you know my pull-up saga.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Anyways, I know exactly. The thing is, I know what I need to do to be able to do a pull-up, and I'm not really actively like training to be able to do a pull-up, so I don't know why I keep like expecting different results, but it just is what it is. Do you know what I mean? So I'd say my fitness goals are to just be healthy, happy overall, build muscle. I would like to lose a little bit of weight, but I'm not in any real rush. I want to do it kind of as my body allows me to, because I do like eating a little bit of naughty food every now and then. I do fuel my body correctly, and like I eat all like the right nutrients for the most part, but I definitely could improve. So yeah, I just spilled this all over me. I'm not doing well. The next question is, what is my favorite season? My favorite season, I'm taking this as in like the weather. My favorite season, I'd say, is fall. I do really enjoy fall, but I also like spring. But I'd say maybe fall more, because I hate being too hot. Actually, I do love summer though. Like, I like summer when you're in the conditions to enjoy summer. Do you know what I mean? So like when you're like outside at the beach, summer is great. But when it's summer and you're on the underground and you're sweating and you're just with a bunch of, that's not, I don't like summer when it's like that. So I'd say maybe fall. Yeah, because I like to like kind of be a bit bundled up, and like my perfect weather is when it's cold enough where you can like wear a coat and not be too hot with the coat on, because there's actually nothing worse than that. And that's why I don't like winter, because it tricks you into wearing a thicker coat and then it gets like randomly hot in the day. Not hot, but like too warm to be wearing a thick coat, and then you're sweating and life just isn't great, you know? That's nice. The next question is about whether or not I prefer the United States to the United Kingdom. If you didn't know, I've lived in London for the past like 5 or so years. I moved here when I was 17 for uni, and I've kind of just been here ever since. So I grew up in the United States. I don't know why I keep saying the full name. I grew up in the US. My whole family's British, but I'll tell that story another day. I say I definitely prefer the UK. Sorry to my American folks. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the UK is, I mean, I prefer London. I don't think I'd like living anywhere else in the UK. So I'd say I prefer London over the States. But if I was to live anywhere else in the UK, I'd probably say I prefer the States. I don't know, does my accent sound American? Some say it sounds more British these days. I don't really know. I think it changes.
You're not ashamed of yourself. Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
Next question is, what is my favorite exercise? My favorite, I don't know, that's a tricky one. It changes a lot, do you know what I mean? I'd say at the moment, I'm back. I don't really think I've got like a favorite exercise. I mean, I do really like training my abs.
That's suspicious.
They're not visible. We don't need to talk about that. I would say I like shoulder pulls, like the cable shoulder pulls with the rope. I like straight arm push downs. Those are quite fun. I do usually like training my triceps. I also really like deadlifts, but they kind of hurt me a little bit. Could be the form. Again, don't need to talk about that. I'd say probably some sort of ab exercise. I think that's probably my favorite. Mainly just because like I feel like I've got a stronger core at the moment, so I don't find them as challenging. So when I get a good burn when I'm doing my abs, I feel like I'm accomplishing a lot. So the next question is, what is my favorite body part to train? Which is kind of similar to the last question, so I could have just bundled them, but here we are. My favorite body part to train, I do like training back. I hated training biceps for the longest time. I think it was because I wasn't like able to lift the weights that I wanted to be able to lift, and now I'm finally gaining some strength in my biceps, so I've started liking biceps again. It was legs for the longest time, and then I think as the weights got heavier and I got stronger, like that's the thing about weightlifting, is just because you're like stronger and able to lift heavier weights, they don't necessarily feel like they're super light. Do you know what I mean? Like it's still hard. It like gets harder I don't know how to describe it. I would say maybe back and biceps at the moment. No, sorry, I love chest. I love chest days. I completely forgot. Dumbbell chest press is my favorite exercise. Sorry, scratch all of that. I can't believe I forgot about that. That's crazy. And shoulder press. I completely blanked on like two of my favorite. That's crazy. How was I saying I don't have favorites? I do, clearly. I say this all the time. Anyways, I love training chest. I love training shoulders. Yeah. That's nice. The next question is, how tall am I? So I am about 5'10". I think I'm a little bit taller than 5'10". And then if I've got like shoes on, I'm definitely like 5'10 and a half. Not to be the person that's like, I'm a half inch taller than whatever. Yeah, I've been tall in my life. I used to hate it. Now I don't really mind. I mean, there's nothing I can really do. I don't know, it's kind of fun. Why not? Tall gal, you know? This next question's all about motivation for the gym and trying to stay motivated to keep going to the gym, and it's less about motivation for me. And I think a lot of people that are well into their fitness journeys and have been doing it for a while, and it's the same thing with anything, it's not necessarily the motivation, it's the consistency. So like, I wake up at 4 a.m. every day and I go to the gym. I can guarantee that like 95% of the time I don't want to be doing it. Like, there's like a large part of me that does want to do it, but there's still that sense of me that's trying to drag me back into bed, being like, just sleep, like, you don't need to be up at this time. Because it's true, like, I don't need to be at the gym. It's not a need. I won't die if I don't go to the gym, but it's built into my routine now. It's part of my habits, and I'm so grateful that I've been able to put that into my habits, because I couldn't do it without it. So yeah, I think when it comes to finding motivation for the gym, don't like do things you don't want to do. Like, if you're not like training for anything super specific and you're just kind of going to the gym because you want to feel good about yourself and you want to work on yourself, do the exercises that feel good to you and do the things that like makes you happy in the gym. Do you know what I mean? Like, if that's going to the gym and like stretching and doing 3 crunches and then leaving, babes, do it. Do you know what I mean? Not every day's perfect. You're gonna have workouts where you have just like bad workouts. You just don't want to be there. You're not having a good time. And sometimes in those days I'll stay, I'll work through it, and I'll get it done. And others I'll leave. It's all about balance. So yeah, consistency, balance, working it into your habits is my best advice. So this next question is, what was the scariest part about starting a fitness page? The thing is when I started out my fitness page, I started it and I told everybody that I was starting it for accountability. And in a lot of ways it's true. I did start it for accountability, but I'd had this hope that it would start to grow and maybe I could do something with it, but I was a bit too afraid to admit that to myself at that time, so there's no way I was going to admit it to other people. And then I kind of just started falling into the routine of posting and doing all of that. But I think the scariest part was not creating the fitness page, but it was starting to film myself in the gym. I was terrified. Like, I was literally so afraid of what people were gonna think. I thought everyone was gonna be judging me, and to be honest, they probably were. Like, you will probably get weird looks at the gym. Like, that's just like what it's like anywhere you go. But I just slowly started caring less and less. And there's still times now where I'll go and I'll feel a bit uncomfortable, like whipping out my camera, my tripod in the middle of the weight room when it's like quite busy. Thankfully the time I go in the morning, it's not too busy. So yeah, but I would definitely say the actual like filming myself, and like I think both filming myself and like admitting to myself that I wanted to do fitness and I wanted to be a content creator and I wanted to kind of take that step, and like, because it's one of those, like, if you don't try then you can't fail. So like I think for a little while I was like, oh, like if I don't say that I'm trying to do this, then I can't like fail at it. But I went balls to the walls with that, and here we are. And yeah, so that is pretty much all the questions. Some of them I didn't get to, but they were kind of similar to ones that I'd already answered and things that I've already answered on my stories and things like that. So yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to let me know. I love a Q&A. I've been having a great time. Look at how much I've drank. I probably should go shower. I just can't be asked to wash my hair. I will do it. I'm not a nasty gal, I promise. I do want to do some more organizing today because I had a good time doing that yesterday. I say good time. I was so tired and I was not well. Hello. So that's pretty much the end in terms of this vlog. So I didn't actually end up doing too much more in terms of organizing in my room, just because I honestly didn't really have time because I was back to work during the week, and I was feeling really ill for a few days as well, so I just wasn't really up for it. But I'm kind of happy with what I did get done. It's made a bigger difference than I was expecting, so I think I'm just gonna try and plug away at it like as I go over the next few weeks, when I have a bit more spare time. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little COVID vlog following me around for a few days. I only really vlogged the first few days, to be honest. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you have a lovely holidays. And yeah, drink your water, stay sexy, and go spend some time with your fam.